Thank you very much, Coach. Thank you very much. You know, as I was flying down to Columbia today, I could do nothing but have flashbacks and reminisce about all of the individuals who've had a profound impact on my life. And I've really vicariously lived through them, through their example, how they believed in me, how my grandparents loved me and supported me unconditionally, how my relatives lifted me up, how my relatives and family members believed in me so much that they believed that I could do anything, how my relatives and family and friends and community leaders in Camden always highlighted me and lifted up my self-esteem. And they always told me, Buddy, my nickname, you can be somebody. You can be somebody. And they were there for me during the hard times and the good times. And having that kind of unconditional support, it eradicates, vitiates excuses. So you have no excuses, because my family was loving and supportive. They were nurturing. They were giving. You had no excuses. They were not accepting excuses. They didn't have a poverty mentality. My family set high standards and goals. My grandparents went to the 3rd or 4th grade. But my grandmother, who would pick cotton, and I was a young kid, I would see the kids, adults, young adults, pass by our house in Canada, a small town, 30 miles from here. And so you unsophisticated and green and naive, and it appeared that they were having fun on the cotton picking truck. Because they would wave at you. I would be out on the ground playing marbles, and they would wave at you, and they seemed to be joyous, having a good time. And so I told my grandmother one day, Grandma Janie, I want to pick cotton too. And Grandma Janie told me, Buddy, I'll pick the cotton, you get your learning. And when I was playing ball in the 6th and 7th grade, you may remember some of the old timers. The teachers would always ask you when you came back from the summer vacation, what do you want to do when you grow up? And I told Mr. Robinson, I want to be a professional baseball player. Because in Camden, and during that era, you idolized Willie Mays and Willie McCovey and Hank Aaron. These were our heroes because baseball was the most prominent sport in our town and generally in the South during that era. So you idolized these guys. And so Mr. Robinson, my 7th grade teacher and coach, he said, Ralph, you may be good enough to become a Major League Baseball player, and if you're lucky, you will play Major League Baseball 10 years. And that's a long career in professional sports. But what are you going to do the rest of your life? You may be 30 years old. You may be 25 years of age. And what are you going to do the rest of your life? And that always stuck with me, because I wanted to be a Renaissance man after he told me that. I wanted to be at the top of my class. And in the 8th grade, I was salutatorian. because I wanted to be smart. Unlike now, tragically, in our community, it's fashionable to be anti-intellectual, to be smart. You see, that being smart is acting white. It's an insult to our history. It's an insult to our history and our self-esteem. And so as I was flying down today, I was almost in tears because this honor is really a testament and an honor and a tribute to the Grandma Janies of the world, who made a way for us, who wanted us to have a better life, who didn't want us to be in the cotton fields. You see. And when I was at Benedict, and Benedict was great for me, it was a perfect fit for me. And I came to Benedict, I had a small academic scholarship, small baseball scholarship, and my aunt gave me $500 toward my tuition. And she said, buddy, you can take it from here. You can take it from here. And so I got lucky. I came to Benedict. I got lucky because I came to Benedict. I had a chance to bat in front of the great Tina Warrens. See, on occasions I had to bat behind the great Tina Warrens. On occasion, I would bat behind the great Marty Stringer. They are Hall of Famers. So they made my job easy because they would get on base and I'd hit a single and then I'd drive in a lot of runs. So Benedict is an exceptional institution. Benedict has given us tremendous opportunities to take advantage of. I came here and I was initially a pre-med major. And Bobby Brisbane, I was taking a science course from him, and I made a C. He whispered in my ear and he said, well, what are you doing making a C? You're better than that. You didn't get that kind of nurturing at other institutions. So Dr. Artis, I know it's very difficult when you give a lawyer 2 minutes to talk. You should never give a lawyer a mic and tell him to talk for 2 minutes. But that concludes my remarks.